Hi, this is Netty with Rocket Powered Sound. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to flip your samples into bangers. I'm going to be using all samples from the Bass Toolkit, which is a sample pack by Rocket Powered Sound. So be sure to check that out, link in the description. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, so let's start out by laying out some drums. So let's get a kick, perfect. And let's get a snare. Oh, that's a nice one. Okay, and then let's just get some crashes and then use this one and then fade it out like this, boom, and then we'll do like one of these patterns. Okay, perfect. So we got this. Okay, perfect. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna get some like, we'll see what we have. We can just get some like bass samples from, I'm thinking we get some like tear out one shots. Let's see what we got. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is we're just gonna lay out like an arrangement of samples, and from there we'll start like tweaking stuff. So let's do that real quick. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's start with this. Just lay it out like this. Oh, let's also get some sidechain going before I forget. Boom. Maybe we can like stretch this to make it go down a bit quicker. So like we just do this. And then put it on Complex Pro. Okay, there we go. And then let's get just another bass. Yeah, we just get something like this, and then maybe we could do like da dun dun da dun dun da dun dun da dun dun. Hey, that's like a phase 1 song. Da dun dun. Shorten this one up a little bit. Dun dun. Done. And then we'll just do like a little stutter here. Maybe a little like triplet thing here. We'll take this little stutter and just like, yeah, shorten up these notes a bit. So obviously like flipping samples into like bangers is going to be something that requires some like arrangement knowledge, but it doesn't inherently require much sound design knowledge because we just kind of arrange this and it sounds good already, right? Like maybe this could be a little bit louder, so we just crank them all the way up. Like it sounds pretty good already, but let's just start by like mixing them together. Let's just add a fat rack. So this is just a rack of mine that I like to use. It's a personal thing. I just like to slap it on things and just get them. It just kind of levels it out a bit, and just adds some nice compression and stuff as well. And then we'll just kind of maybe like add a bit of mids. Yeah, something like that. And then soft clip that. And then we'll just do the same thing here, just level it out a bit. So I don't want to add too much like low end, because if I distort this too much, it's gonna get like that, and it kind of sounds cool, but it's like that's not really what I'm aiming for. I mainly just want like the mids to get louder and not necessarily the sub, because otherwise it would kind of get, you know, fart bass, and I don't really want that in this specific instance. Okay, and then let's turn up the snare a little bit more, just make it a bit louder. And we can maybe EQ this kick a little bit. Yeah, there we go. And maybe make the crashes a bit louder. And then maybe turn this up a bit right here. And maybe add just the tiniest gap right here. This has like room to breathe, and then this like snare is gonna hit harder. Let's try that. Yeah. Maybe fade it out instead. Okay, cool. So now we have arranged it and mixed it. Now let's start just doing some sound design stuff. Right? Because this is like kind of an optional thing that you can do if you want to make your like sounds like your own, right? So what I would do in this instance is like I would probably just take like a frequency split, which is like essentially separates like the sub from like everything else. So if I solo just the low end, just got the low end and then just the high end there. So I'm gonna take a frequency shifter and just like start tweaking with the sound. Like that, maybe. I think we're taking some of the low end with it, so let's just like move this up a bit. Maybe we could do like this instead. Or just move this entire like chain earlier. There we go. That's sounding pretty cool. Maybe we can add like, we could go like full crunch mode on this and add like an amp. Ooh. That is really nice. Let's go with that, and then add a little mid-side low cut to just kind of clean up the lows. And then maybe boost the sub into this just a little bit more so that the sub takes over a bit more. So it's you know, instead of this, it's more like that, a bit more controlled. So now I'm noticing we have like a lot of like kind of mids, like low mids going on. Like, so we can tune that down a bit. Now we have this. So if we just like do a little before and after, right? Just to do a little progress check, we got this. We went from this to this, which is really nice. But I think we can make it a bit louder, and then I think I'm satisfied. Just in the mids like that, and that's sounding great. So now let's move on to the sustain bass. It sounds cool already, but I think we honestly, let's just see what happens when we just take all the processing from this bass right here and just slap it on here. Let's just see what happens. That little artifact is really cool. Maybe we can like kind of keep that in intentionally and then like cut out the volume afterwards so that it doesn't like clash with the rest. It's a little the timing is a little awkward, so I'm gonna leave it out for now, but cool nonetheless. So maybe we can kind of frequency shift this around a bit differently. I think right now it's kind of like taking away from it that it's like frequency shifted up. I mean, even just this, like, we just made it like so much more aggressive. So I mean, we could probably just stick with that, to be honest. And there's no shame in just like leaving samples as they are, right? Like if it works, it works. So maybe right here we can add a little like a little kick fill, because we've got it just goes from like super aggressive into super aggressive, and there's not really any like gaps. So we can add just like a little like little thing like that. I really like doing that. It just like adds just like a little extra to it. So let's listen to that. That's good, but I think maybe like a bit more content. Maybe a bit louder as well. Yeah, nice. That's sounding absolutely fantastic. I'm loving how that's turning out. Let's just duplicate this and just keep going. Like maybe we can make a full drop real quick. Maybe we can get another like sustain bass. So let's see what we got like for like more sustain basses. Ooh. That's kind of cool. What note is this on? This is on D, so we just gotta pitch this down one. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, and then let's, on the second half, just do a little change. So like we could just take this frequency shifter that we put at the beginning and just like pitch it up, like, or maybe down. That sounds good. And now maybe we can do some like arrangement changes. So we have this little like stutter right here, which sounds really nice. Maybe we could just do like something with that. So we just do like, ooh, that's really nice. Maybe we can change the pitch again, because we're moving into like a different type of arrangement now. So if we just spam the same like note, it would kind of sound a bit weird. So let's just like shift this around a bit. Oh, that's nasty. I like that. Yeah, cool. And then right here, maybe just another little fill. See what we got. Oh, that one's kind of nice. This has the volume turned all the way down. Let's turn that back up. Yeah, cool. Maybe the snare could use a bit more reverb, because right now it's like super dry. So let's get like just a Valhalla room. Just leave it default settings, and then like close this out. Do a little parallel thingamajig. To basically control this as if it's like a dry wet knob. A little bit longer. Yeah, and then a bit louder as well. Just do this. I think this little transition right here is a little bit rough. Maybe like a little thingy right here. But then like shortened up like a lot would be kind of cool. And then let's mute the reverb from this in that like specific gap. And then add a kick right here. There we go, that kind of smoothed out the transition a bit, so let's listen to that in context. Yeah, that's sick. So we just put together a drop with just all samples, and using just a bit of processing and you know, personalization, we just made it our own. We could have easily stopped at any point during this, but we didn't, and we kept going, and now it's like, you know, one of our own tracks. So let's have a listen to this. Yeah, sick. I'm really happy with that. I think it sounds absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I hope you liked it as well. Remember, all these samples are from the Bass Toolkit, so if you're interested in getting that, check the link in the description, and I'll see you in another video. Bye-bye.